Just saw the clip.
Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
We just saw the clip. We tried with that shot. In our heads, it looked a lot cooler. I'm a half sender with pulling out with speed because I gotta come out this way, but we tried. Welcome back to Built from the Bottom, guys. Today we're gonna be wrapping up the build on this 2006 CBR1000 Repsol. So I've had this bike for a year, and I refused to go buy a whole new transmission for it because I didn't know that was gonna fix the issue with it. So when me and Angeli went and picked up this other CBR, it's a 2005 CBR1000 to rebuild. It was like kind of like a parts bike, with a whole bunch of parts, and it came with a blown up engine. No shot that thing has 8,000 miles on it, unless this is the one that's not blown up. The blown up engine had a completely mint transmission in it, so I pulled that mint transmission out of the blown up engine. Saved me the parts of having to actually buy something for it, so we finally got to fixing this. And I gotta say, this bike looks sick. I never even showed, I think in the videos of this a year ago, I put a brand new radiator in it. I got that seat done, and then I did all the orange radiator piping, and it just looks sweet. Would this even be a Built from the Bottom video if I didn't show you guys me actually doing the work of installing the new transmission inside this bike? So right here, this is the parts engine that is allegedly blown up, and I'm currently taking off the case cover so I can pull the clutch basket and the transmission out of the engine. Just ignore the angry girlfriend there in the corner. She's just, you know, doing her thing. As you can see, we're opening this thing up. You got your clutch basket that's held in with 5 10mm bolts on the springs, and then you got your case cover. This is just a bunch of 8mm bolts. And we go over here, I start opening up the case on the CBR1000. I'm just kind of doing this to figure out what I'm working with and what parts were left inside of it. Then we're gonna go over here. I'm pulling off the lower oil pan on the parts engine. I really had no reason of doing this other than just trying to identify the part of failure on it. All I had to do was take out those 6 bolts, they're 12mm, pulled out this whole transmission, and the goal is to keep it all in one piece. And all I have to do now is I'm gonna remove that transmission, but I have to disconnect the oil chain right here, pull that out, and then I also have to go to the other side, remove the front sprocket, because this piece right here is what hooks up to the front sprocket, and it won't be able to slide out unless I remove that. So we'll do that, and then slide that puppy out, put the new one in, and it should be pretty simple. And then I'm just going to use this clutch basket and everything from this motor and put it back in. And this guy said this motor was blown. I still don't know exactly what's wrong with it, but there's a whole bunch of like metal shavings in the bottom of the oil pan. Pretty neat though that on these engines you don't have to split the case to pull the transmission out. That's like really neat. And you can see in there, it's pretty interesting. I could not find any videos on how to swap the transmission. I'm pulling the broken transmission out of the actual engine we're gonna be using, and it completely falls apart on me. And it's a good thing this one fell apart on me because I'm not gonna be using it, and the one that I'm actually gonna be using stayed together, and that made it way easier for installation. All right, so we got the transmission out of this engine right here, and you can see I just wiped everything down. It's all really clean in here now. Slide the new transmission into the case, and this thing just slips in like absolute butter. Then I go and grab those 6 12mm bolts, tighten it on there, and it's just right in place, and the thing goes in flawlessly. For some reason, I guess I forgot to film putting on the oil pump chain and also the outer part of the clutch basket, and now we're just over here to installing the clutch plates and inner basket. All right, we got the clutch basket, everything inside of here, and I ordered like over a year ago for this bike a new clutch case cover. So we're gonna open this up, and I'm gonna take that knife to where all the Foreman gasket is on the outside of that case cover. All I'm doing is taking the razor blade, cleaning up the mating surface for the new gasket. We bring the cover over, put all those 8mm bolts on, and we're good to go. Put a little bit of 10W40 oil in it, and she should start up pretty easy. All right, so this bike hasn't been running in like, I wanna say 3 to 5 years. I've had it for over a year and it's just been sitting there waiting to get the transmission put in it. And I put fresh fuel in it, like I wanna say a couple months ago, and I started it up last night. It started right up. You guys need to hear this thing. So she's now running, but not 100% dialed. My stator cover is scratched and I have a new stator cover to be putting on the bike. Also, all my brake lines need to be bled and my hydraulic clutch line. Both left and right rear sets are bent, so I install a new set of rear sets. And to wrap it up is replace that rear shock because it's blown out. It's just completely bouncing. Got a new one right here, so let's just put that thing in real quick, or we'll check out how blown out it is. So I just got the rear shock put in it, camera died on me, and Jelly's here to film now. I just want to clean this thing up a little bit because it looks like shit. And then we're gonna get all the rollers and finally get this thing on the road. Well guys, she's completely finished. It was a long time in the making. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll catch you in a couple of days with the Chrome GSX-R 1000. I have only been waiting on the tank for it. That's the only reason I haven't gotten the video out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little surprise. Dude, Angeli,
I have ants on my feet.
We'll catch you in, I want to say next Monday, but that would be a lie. So new video, Monday 8 a.m.